Hi everyone, thank you for having me. It's always so heartwarming and makes you feel amazing to have this many people together in one room talking about these things. So, it wasn't so long ago that there was only a really small tribe of us, if we call it that, but yeah, it's getting bigger and stronger every day. Okay, so my name's Lee and I'm here to talk about B corporations, or benefit corporations as they're officially known, and the social economy. So I am the Managing Director of a newly founded company known as Dirt Build, and pretty much Dirt was founded based on the belief that there's just enormous opportunity to drive positive change in the building sector. And from this I mean the whole building life cycle. So right up from the customer start, right through to how these buildings are produced and what it feels like when you're in a building. We just believe the sense of place and I guess how undervalued that is and what that means to the way we feel every day, how we interact, the way that we treat nature, all of it together. Honestly, there's just endless opportunities here. Okay, and so we do that in three ways. So helping our customers and clients through that pre-construction phase of building, design, how this building's going to look, what it's going to work. And we also do residential developments of our own. And here's where we, set ourselves a challenge of trying to overcome societal issues and key ones like how can people actually afford to buy their first property? And second to that, once they're in it, how are they going to afford to actually pay their electricity bills and their water bills? So how can this building actually create a lifestyle and make people feel safe and provide their own sense of belonging? And we have an advisory arm too, where we help our major, quite large corporates through the B Corp certification process. Okay, so what are B Corps? B Corps are benefit corporations, as I mentioned before, and really what they are is they're companies of all different sizes or organisations who are determined to create or use their businesses as a force for good. And as a force for good, what they do is they voluntarily submit to high levels of accountability, transparency and purpose. So really, in a nutshell, what they do as CEOs, board members, customers and staff, they commit to putting people and the environment on equal parity with profit. So, at the end of the year, when a CEO goes and looks at his results, he's not just looking at his net profit. He's looking at how his staff feel, what his community is doing around him, and what's the power of his business to actually make positive change. Okay, these companies also strive to be the best for the world. So they're less interested in about, how they could win a customer experience award and the like. They really want to do good things and deliver positive economic as well as social and environmental outcomes. So if you can think about fair trade for coffee and for chocolate, that's kind of what B Corp is for do-good companies. The B Corp movement in Australia, there is approximately, I think about 140 at last count, but there's 2,200 worldwide. Patagonia, Ben & Jerry's, Etsy, 5am Yogurt, and Beyond Bank Australia and Aspen Medical are some of the largest ones here in our country. So the Dalai Lama in his most recent book, A Force for Good, refers to B Corps as economics, as if people and the environment mattered. So it's a whole new way of thinking. So what's some of the benefits of being a B Corp? So in my experience working with these organisations who've decided to go on this journey, it's things like triple bottom line reporting, that's a given, but it's talking about these really important issues in a language that customers and staff can understand. It enables CEOs, board members, staff to align their personal values with their professional values, which is something that is quite challenging if you're someone who's more altruistic in nature. It's a sustainability roadmap, so it gives you a list of where you're doing well, where you're not doing so well, and it's how you differentiate. Beyond Bank Australia's had enormous success in standing out in a cluttered marketplace when it comes to their certification. So how do you become a B Corp? First and foremost, you've got to define your why. Why are you going to go down this path? Why is it important for you and what's it going to mean? It's not an easy task. You've got to submit to over 200 questions about how you perform from an environmental, social and economic perspective and a governance perspective as well. And you have to receive a minimum score of 80 out of 200. From there, you sign a term of interdependence and a term sheet and you join the community. So just in closing, I just wanted to share a little bit about my own personal experience. I really struggled for a long time working in banking as a sustainability practitioner. You can imagine what that's like. Every single day you hear no, no, no. You're constantly trying to come up with arguments and frameworks to try and get the economist and the accountant and then the HR general manager to understand what you're talking about. And that's what B Corp is, really. It's a framework, it's a language, it's a tool, it's everything that a purpose, values-driven organisation, CEO and board need in order to tell their story. And that's it. Sounds so easy, doesn't it? Thank you.